Battle Pass purchased just yet. Only because I'm 200 V-Bucks short, and you can get that in the Battle Pass for free. I just have to get to level 46, and then I can just buy everything up to that point. And the only reason I'm down is because I did buy this skin. It's like, it's one of like my two favorite skins. So I had to buy it, and it's cheap, and I did the math in my head. I'm like, I should have enough for next Battle Pass. So I was fairly confident in buying it. But I guess now is like a better time to talk, and I don't really have to think. Well, I mean, I have to think a little bit, but not too much. About being sick. I'm still a little sick. If I do sound slightly nasally, or I'm sniffling, because I'm still a little congested. Definitely not as bad as a week ago, where like I was getting migraines, and it was just generally just uncomfortable. I thought I could just work through it, but just decided to just sit, and I did a lot of I guess art technically, but like I watched a lot, went through some books. This is taking a very long time. And just tried to learn as much as I could while not being able to really do anything. Which I did learn. I learned a new trick that I'm probably gonna use for a little while. I've become more familiar with some of the brushes that I've been trying. And actually, let me close this. Let me close clip. That does not need to be open anymore. I also just was like, I need something to watch. So I've watched all the Marvel movies up to the start of Phase 3. Thanks. It did this the first game yesterday, too. I guess it must be like a first game of the season thing. Even though technically it's not, but it's probably like a asset loading thing. So yeah, I just sat and watched from Iron Man up to Civil War. Well, actually, like half of Civil War. I fell asleep twice watching like the first half hour. And I got a lot of I've kind of had a change of opinion on a couple Marvel movies. I actually think Thor Dark World is not that bad. I can definitely see why it is not seen as a great Marvel movie, but the movie itself is like fine. It's just kind of the way the other Marvel movies are made. It just doesn't have really any memorable moment. Why did I not have this gun out? Get away from me. How much fucking health does this guy have? Yeah, all these movies, they have like really like they have big moments that like you will remember when you watch the movie. Oh, I didn't know he had Larps. Whatever. Like Civil War, or not Civil War, um, Winter Soldier. Oh my gosh, so much stuff happens in Winter Soldier. I can't believe how good that movie actually is. And I can see why it's like some people's favorite MCU film. But yeah, it just like it just blows Thor Dark World like right out of the water. Like Thor Dark World just they talk, they go somewhere, they fight, they go somewhere, talk and fight, and then the movie's over. Like it was fine to like I did not mean to go backwards. You piece. Ruined my life. I'm dead. I'm dying. Gun is very difficult to use. The way they've changed Fortnite is like all assault rifles are like snipers now, and like all the pistols are like the old assault rifles. So it's very strange. I'm gonna die. Ah, there's no way I'm living. I mean, I could maybe try. I do have the hammer, which is very good for movement, but I have 20 health. And, this thing needs to recharge. I'm mad that someone was healing, because he's just gonna see me and shoot me. I am gonna die. I'm so mad. And bad, by the way. The two go together. Yep. Oh, come on, computer. Hold it together. Just load those assets. We'll be fine. Dead. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm not in the circle. I am now, but what good is it gonna do me with 15 health and 20 shield? I mean, I need this. More than anything, I'm concerned about the walking. Why can I not get over the... Okay, there we go. Game, hold it together. Well, at least I'm not dead. But hopefully you didn't hear that, because people are being the usual in the background. If it came through, I apologize. But I mean, it's out of my control. Man, oh man. Computer, hold it together. Yeah. I mean, the hammer's pretty handy. I was like, I didn't think it was very good, but then like I used it and I'm like, oh yeah, it's dirty. Oh yeah. That DirectX. Actually, it does use DirectX 12 now, which I think people were fairly excited about. Just like every other game, it kind of needs to run a handful of times. That's not me, right? We actually got back to full health on apples and oranges. Is this person recruitable? I'm taking them. If they're still here, I'm taking them. And not get stuck on a tree. And not get stuck on a tree. They gave me a good slurp, too. Can I... What? Bro, fuck me. Fuck me. Computer having a hissy fit. And I can't move and aim. And I get stuck, apparently. That one makes me angry. That one makes me angry. And the reason I couldn't move, by the way, is because I moved my hand over. I was pressing the wrong key. Yeah, I don't know if I might need to change some settings for Fortnite now, since it's kind of I would assume more demanding, even though it's just swap from DirectX to whatever. But I haven't changed too much. I'm basically just using whatever the heck it said to use. Yeah, it's a chugger. Hopefully that stops. I mean, it could also be prime time. No, I think I was hitting like, yeah, I was probably hitting either E or like S to like move. Or F. It was something. I was either trying to move forward or I was trying to move right. And my brain just was dumb. So that that makes me upset. Plus, companion was not really distracting them. Oh, that was our first time in that area. I was wondering. I'm like, what the heck? We were just here. Technically not. We didn't get past that loading screen last game. What else? Marvel movie. Oh, the Willow series started up. And I know I've talked about this a couple times, the Willow series. And I'm gonna be honest. I've talked about it, but I never watched like Willow or had seen much of it. I only knew Warwick Davis was in it. So I'm like, you know what? The series started up. I'm gonna watch the Willow movie. I'm gonna watch the first one. So I watched Willow, and I think it was pretty dang good. This is the movie, not the series. I did watch the series. I'll talk about that later. Because I only watched the first episode of the series. So I watched Willow, and I actually enjoyed it. It is a little kiddie. It is very much kind of like in that sort of Princess Bride kind of movie. It's very much kind of like Princess Bride, but it's more fantastical and it's more ambitious. It's kind of like it's like kind of like a early like if they did like a fantasy Tron. Because there's a lot of special effects that are very obviously dated, but at the time, number one, it's like stop motion, which is great. Not tons, but like enough stop motion to be like, okay. They did early green screen, which is probably the worst effect in the movie. Yeah, those is like seriously, the assault rifles are insane. Like you actually have to aim now. Yeah, the little guys. So back to Willow. The little guys are all green screened, and it was very ambitious. This is what I'm saying. It was very ambitious for them to try and do something like that. So I'm not knocking points for it, but like it definitely dates the movie. But it's just great effects. I just really enjoyed that movie. It was really good. And, like blue screen, green screen, whatever. They're superimposed to be very small. Like smaller than the small people. The small race. Which I don't know. I think they were just like they weren't like magical people. You could just be a wizard in that world. Which I didn't know about that. I thought I thought Warwick was like, oh, he's this magical guy, but I didn't know he came from a village where they're just all like that. And I'm like, man, and I don't know how it was like. I don't know how people feel about it now, but I think it makes the movie feel a little more like I don't want to like authentic, like fantasy. Makes it a little more fantastical. It's definitely a kids movie, but there's stuff in that movie where it's like I'm like this is maybe not for kids, but then it's like oh this is like from like either like the 80s or like early 90s. I didn't look at the date, but I'm assuming. But I was watching it and I'm like I was invested in the story and I'm like okay, I feel like I just from watching the movie I'm like I know what they're gonna do with the show. They're gonna pick it up where like you know the kid is grown up and like there's like a new threat. And that is what they set up right away. Not I don't know how much uh Willow the character is gonna show up. He did show up in the first episode, but right off the like right away I'm like why would you make a show on Willow? Like it seemed like such a just like a product of its time and like maybe a very 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 cult following. Why a show? And like I was watching I'm like oh there's a lot of Marvel people in this show. So I'm thinking maybe they just had him around and they were like well like oh well, they're still on contract so like we'll put something together. Oh I should have put it in that. Just did a big snipe. So it does feel maybe a little bit not cheaply made but like kind of scrounged together. There was not like any special effects in the first episode, so I can't say much on whether or not they're gonna be doing like the cool rat dog, which I would imagine if they do, they're gonna be CG and not dogs in like cool rat costumes. Which that's a very early thing they show in like the first movie. And I'm like, okay, these things are freaky. I like them. They call them just dogs, but like they have like weird, like they're wearing like a weird costume. And it's cool. So I would imagine we'll see them again. I would imagine there's going to be magic. Like the show is basic. Like there's magic is inevitable. And there were 2 episodes. I just didn't watch the first one because I think I just wanted to play Fortnite or something. I'm dying, Squirtle. Yeah, but the show, I don't know. It could be good. It could be kind of like Princess Bridey, big adventure. I think it could be enjoyable. But like I was honestly more shocked at Willow the movie than anything. I would say very good fantasy movie. If you like The Princess Bride, you would like Willow, and you've probably already seen it. I was late to the Willow party. I didn't hit ready. What the heck am I thinking? I'm just watching this guy. Just talking about Willow and I'm just getting lost in it. What else can I talk about? I'll watch the second episode of Willow. I'll keep my eye on it. I could be invested in it. And I hope Warwick shows up. I hope he tags along and he's a part of the main crew. And I don't know why, but I thought Warwick Davis was like older than he actually is. I mean, like he's older. But like he's only like 50 something. I think what made me think he's like really old, like number one is like all these like soft reboots where it's like Star Wars and stuff where like the actors were like already like 2030 when they made it, and now like they're back and they're like 80. I'm thinking it's like a similar thing, so I'm already expecting like an old guy. But also I just like when I'm like, oh, Warwick Davis, I just imagine him with the leprechaun makeup on, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's like really old. He's really old. He really he really looks like that. He doesn't. But like that's like the first picture of like him in my head. I have won a game. The umbrella is there, so proof that I actually can win. But I'm probably gonna die right now because I can't lose this because I am in big trouble. I'm in big trouble. I have 20 bullocks and a shotgun, so I might be safe now. Holy smokes, that guy was insane. I thought I had him. I didn't expect him to just kill me in like 4 bullets. That's what I'm saying. The pistols are like the new assault rifles. They are good. That gun is very hard to use, the red sight. They kind of fixed the problem. Not like problem, but like kind of making it too easy to really just like, you know, hit scan with the other reticle. This red dot is like you better hit your mark or you are not hitting anything. So it's very tough. Very tough to use. I do like the battle pass this season. I think it's better than last season by a lot. Spider Gwen was okay. I didn't play too much more past just getting to level 100 and doing the Herald stuff. Just like the extended pass stuff was like, it was too much. Like 4 or 5 levels per upgrade with like no weekly challenges anymore. I was like, look at that. Like, look, like it was on, and I guess it has something to do with the hitbox of like the character as well, but it's tough to use, but it's very good. So I will probably keep using it. I'm gonna go here. But I can still. I'm just gonna talk about Marvel more. I found that I actually like Iron Man 3 over all the other Iron Man movies. I think Iron Man 3 actually like holds up the best. And it kind of deals with something that like you maybe think about, but like it's not at the forefront of your mind, which is like how do like superheroes deal with basically almost dying. So I think it's very fun. It's a very good movie, and it's not crazy actiony. And there's not a lot of Iron Man in it. There is not a lot of Iron Man in it. And I know that was what was getting people upset initially when it came out. I think I just know people weren't too keen on Iron Man 3. But I actually think it is the best. And I might just be talking out my ass because it's been a while since those movies have come out. The first Thor, again, pretty good. It's just, I'd say, solid movie. Memorable moments. First Captain America. I'd say it's about as good as Thor and Iron Man 1. It was, like, these origin movies are kind of all very samey. Except for my favorite one, which is Ant-Man. Even though it's basically Iron Man, but it's just better. Okay? It's just better. I saw him. I am so bad at this game. That's like the one assault rifle that's like good up close. First Avengers movie. First Avengers movie is it's all right. It's all right. I know people weren't too happy with Age of Ultron, the second one. And after watching it, like it's kind of a big hodgepodge of stuff. It kind of has the Thor Dark World problem. But it's like looking back on it, it's like it's the only Avengers movie where like they're all like friends and like working together. Like they're all like still okay with each other. No civil wars happened. So it's kind of fun in that aspect. But there's a lot happening. And I kind of just like turned my brain off and was like take me wherever you want, Ultron. And it's like the one time we see like Vision like do anything. And by do anything, I mean like actually fight. Because like he kind of fights in like Civil War, but like not like in Age of Ultron. And then he kind of fights in WandaVision, but like he's fighting himself. Spoiler alert, he fights himself. Annoying. Excuse me? Oh, I only talked about Winter Soldier a little bit, but yeah, Winter Soldier is kind of insane. There's almost more in Winter Soldier than like the first Avengers movie. I guess we're using a rocket launcher this time. Oh. Yeah, man, Civil War. I'm gonna say Winter Soldier is Civil War like so many times. Winter Soldier was really good. I'm glad I rewatched these. See, that one is kind of a disgusting gun. Oh, they explode. I thought they were healing jellyfish. Don't ask me why. I do like the slap juice. Very, honestly, I think helps the game a lot. Gives you infinite stamina, so it's really helpful in no build. And Ant-Man. Ant-Man, well, obviously after Age of Ultron is Ant-Man. And I could honestly watch Ant-Man like 100 times. It's just a fun movie to watch. Paul Rudd's good in it. Michael Douglas good in it. Just like a fun origin story movie. It's like kind of what I was talking with is like, but like Iron Man, it's like he become like he's got to start being Iron Man. You know, he's learning, he's building the suit. In Ant-Man, it's like, yes, he's learning, but like it's like he's learning from like from Iron Man, who's done it all before already. Yeah, just go away, man. Holy smokes. That's how we do it downtown. Now I'm gonna die in probably one hit. Okay, we're missing a tire. This is not optimal. But it'll have to do. Oh, we're toast. Unless I find something faster. Dead. We're dead. Guy on the wolf. You had the right idea. We're so dead. Dirt bike, anything. Health. That's not gonna help. Don't give me hope. It happens. Cool guy. I'll actually be able to get that soon. We'll just return to lobby. I'm not gonna play another game. It's 3.5 hours. Um, and that's about as much I can do right now. Storm mark. Oh, when the storm changes, ping the area to highlight nearby enemies for a short duration. That seems really good. I guess that was for being in the storm for so long. They let you, like, I don't know what unlocks these. Yeah, that's like the new mechanic. I guess I didn't talk about Fortnite at all, but like there are like perks. I know I had a bunch of them up there that I could have used, but did not seem like it was the time. When's the store refresh? 4.5 hours. The one I like, it's like this skin, but it's red. So it might be a little pricey. I might end up just buying V-Bucks. Which, whatever. I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'll try and stream tomorrow. I'm gonna start new art since I basically just did all the stuff that I wanted to do while I was sick, which I think is good because I kind of just sat down and learned. So next time we do something, it's going to be a little different, hopefully faster, but like it's going to be the learning curve. We're getting over the learning curve. We're almost into the refining curve. But hopefully I don't get lingering sick and this kind of just clears up in the next week and a bit. And I'm probably just going to do something like this. We'll do some drawing, then swap to Pokemon, and then Fortnite. I don't think anyone else is on. I haven't even looked at Twitch. Yeah, nobody's on. Nobody's on. So I'm just gonna go. Thanks, Ika, for sticking around. As always, I do appreciate you. That is hopefully I can do some more art for you guys soon. And by hopefully I mean probably definitely soon. But I'm gonna go. Probably gonna eat something and get back to getting YouTube stuff out. I was hoping to maybe do a little bit more, but I think I'm not gonna upload Fortnite, and I'm just gonna focus on Pokemon.